Hi, welcome to Better Longer. My name is Dr. Mark Demers. I'm a board certified surgeon, surgical oncologist, and NAMS certified menopause practitioner. The focus of today's video is to help people understand what Zone 2 aerobic exercise is and to offer a rationale for it. This is one of several videos on Zone 2 exercise, and the focus of today's video is on a particular part of the cells of our body, especially muscle cells, and the part of the cell that I will be focusing on is something called the mitochondrion. I treat a lot of patients, men and women, in midlife. And when you treat a lot of people in midlife, you are seeing a lot of people who demonstrate metabolic dysfunction in one way or another. It can be obesity or overweight. It can be signs of insulin resistance, prediabetes, frank, type 2 diabetes, hyperlipidemia, and other manifestations of the metabolic inability to deal with fuel well. So I do prescribe Zone 2 aerobic activity to people with metabolic dysfunction, and many of the people I prescribe it for simply cannot fit it into their lives. Those who do opt to fit Zone 2 aerobic activity into their lives are thrilled with the weight loss, the increase in energy, and the improved sense of vigor that they experience over a month or two of doing it and really sticking with it. Let's start with what the goals of Zone 2 aerobic exercise are. The goals are to train our bodies to burn more sugar and to produce more energy from the sugar we burn. By burning more sugar, we reduce our risk of type 2 diabetes, which is a very worthy goal. And by producing more energy from the sugar we do burn, particularly in our muscles, we become more capable engines and more capable athletes. How does sugar get used within our cells? Well, once it's transported to our cells and enters the cells, sugar can be utilized or burned in several different ways. Sugar can be used or burned to make energy in the presence of oxygen, and this is called aerobic glycolysis. It provides lots of energy. Sugar can also be burned without oxygen present, and this is called anaerobic glycolysis. And it produces energy, but nowhere near as much energy as aerobic glycolysis produces. Sugar burning with oxygen occurs in a very particular part of the cell called the mitochondrion. We have literally trillions of mitochondria in our bodies and up to several thousand in any given cell. Because of what muscle cells do for us, they have a particularly high number of mitochondria within them. Just as our bodies are made up of a variety of organs to do different tasks, like our eyes, our brains, stomach, bone, muscle, etc., so our cells have small little organs in them called organelles, which accomplish various specific functions. The mitochondrion is the organelle where sugar and oxygen can combine to cause the creation of large amounts of energy. How effective are the mitochondria at creating energy? Well, when sugar is burned in the mitochondria, each molecule of sugar can produce about 30 energy packs called ATP, which can then go on and do the millions of things that cells need to do. When sugar is burned outside of the mitochondria and not in the presence of oxygen, you get 2 energy packs out of a single molecule of sugar. That's still energy, but nowhere near as much energy as you get from burning sugar with oxygen inside mitochondria. So the purpose of Zone 2 aerobic exercise is to create more and better mitochondria in our muscles. By doing zone 2 exercise, we create a condition in which we ask our muscles to burn sugar, but only by using oxygen. This can only occur in the mitochondria. This distinguishes zone 2 aerobic exercise from other forms of aerobic exercise, like, for example, high intensity interval training, which causes sugar to be burned without oxygen. Now, high intensity interval training has lots of benefits, but those are not covered in this video. In order to burn sugar using oxygen in mitochondria, we do not want to exceed the ability of the mitochondria to do their work. We do aerobic exercise with just enough effort to cause mitochondria to work at their upper limit. Under this condition, when mitochondria are working as hard as they can, but we are not burning sugar in other places, this causes mitochondria to become more efficient and more numerous, which serves the goal of zone 2 aerobic exercise. Thanks for watching. Other videos will cover other aspects of zone 2 training.